Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for joining us for this month's webinar. Our topic is Healthy Eating at Work, Addressing Barriers to Healthy Eating, and our presenter is Carla Fleming. She's a health coach with Orthus Health. Carla?
Thank you, Don. Again, I am Carla Fleming, and I am delighted to discuss this important topic with you today. So you may be thinking, why is it important to incorporate healthy eating in the workplace? Well, first, healthy eating should be important at all times, including while working, considering we spend the majority of our weekday at work. So incorporating healthy eating habits is an important part of our overall health. Healthy eating influences our long-term health and can also affect how we feel from day to day, as well as our daily performances on the job. So what are some areas we should consider if we decided to eat healthy at work? We will first talk about reasons to avoid eating at your desk. Then we will discuss what healthy eating is, as well as some strategies we can put in place for healthier snacking, vending, and meeting ideas. And lastly, we will discuss ways you can incorporate work exercise activities within the day to maximize your time in becoming more active. While it may be unavoidable at times to eat at the work desk, here are some reasons to avoid eating at your work desk. Eating and working can lead to overeating due to mindless eating, a lack of awareness, and attention to what and how much we are eating. Have you ever sat at your desk with a bag of chips while answering emails only to discover you've gone through the whole bag? Did you know that eating while preoccupied with TV or, say, the internet, your body and brain may not be properly processing the amount of food you are consuming? This could be throwing off your leptin levels, which could result to overeating. Another concern with eating and working is food safety. Your desk could be harboring millions of germs from your keyboard to your telephone. Since most people do not wash their hands before and after eating at their desk, this could expose them to dangerous bacteria, especially if they are not properly disinfecting their work area. In addition, eating at our desks will increase risk for spills and food particles to get on important documents and even cause damage to the electronic devices within the workplace. A common reason to eat at our desk is, of course, to multitask. And I'm sure most of us can relate to this. But in reality, depriving yourself of time to eat lunch or take breaks can actually decrease productivity. During the day, our minds need to take a mental break so that we can stay sharp. And taking short breaks can help us deal with personal distractions that may be clouding our thoughts. The amount of time you're actually saving is minimal, and you're only doing yourself a disservice by not giving yourself time to adequately eat your meal, and may lead to one sitting for longer periods of time. And excessive sitting can cause back pain and other ailments, which can be distracting and lessen productivity. Lastly, you miss out on socializing. Eating away from your desk will make you more likely to socialize, which is good for your happiness, your mood, and health. So in summary, making healthier lifestyle choices can improve long-term health, increase food safety, and help increase productivity by decreasing missed work days due to sick leave and disability. So what exactly do we mean when we say healthy eating? Healthy eating is eating a variety of foods that give you the nutrients you need to maintain your health, to feel good and feel better about yourself and have energy. Now we would go through some healthy dietary tips. First, make eating a priority by choosing the right foods. It would allow you to recharge and get you through the day. Most people skip breakfast because they do not have time. Breakfast does not have to be a sit-down meal. Choose quick and convenient breakfast foods like yogurt, granola bars with at least 3 grams of fiber, and that is low in sugar. Peanut butter or almond butter on whole wheat bread or toast, or fresh fruits like bananas, apples, or berries would be an excellent choice or excellent choices for many people. Choose foods that contain whole grains, like whole grain breads, pasta, and rice, brown rice. These foods have more fiber that will keep you feeling full longer. And also keep the added sugar content of meals low to avoid feeling hungry too early. High sugary foods can cause blood sugar spikes followed by blood sugar dips, leaving you feeling hungry too early as well as feeling tired. Secondly, don't overeat at work. Avoid buffets during lunchtime. Nothing will slow you down more than overstuffing yourself at lunchtime. Opt for a healthier lunch venue that has healthy choices for you, like examples would be a salad bar or restaurants that would allow you to customize your meal. Also have low calorie, low sugar beverage choices around to keep you well hydrated during the day. Nothing can make you feel more sluggish than being dehydrated. And keep in mind, water is best. But if you need some added flavor to your beverage, choose a choice. Try to go for unsweetened tea, unsweetened lemonade, or flavored waters. Or you can even dilute 100% fruit juice with half water to cut down on your calories. And also remember, caffeine may have a diuretic effect on the body, which can dehydrate you. So be moderate with your caffeinated beverages like coffee and teas. Limit it to about 1 to 2 8-ounce cups a day. So how much rest we get a night can influence how we feel the next day. So get plenty of sleep. Adults typically need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Sleeplessness can lead to irritation, fatigue, decreased focus, and attentiveness. A study conducted by the National Sleep Foundation showed that sleeplessness attributes to decreased work productivity related to falling asleep at work, lateness, and missing work days. In addition, poor sleep can increase cortisol levels, which can cause an excessive cravings for sugars and increase fat storage, mainly in the midsection area. This can lead to an increased risk for chronic health conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and obesity. Some tips for getting a good night's rest are creating a routine bedtime and rise time to let your body know when it's time for sleep and wake. Minimize noise in the bedroom from televisions and other electronic devices. Turning down the temperature at night. Avoid exercising 3 hours before bedtime, and also limiting caffeine late in the day. Also, it's important to get moving. Exercise during the workday not only breaks up the monotony of the day, but can help boost mood and energy, increase alertness, and decrease stress. The general recommendations is 150 minutes weekly of moderate activity or 75 minutes weekly of vigorous activity. Make sure you are incorporating resistance training and stretching for added balance within your exercise regimen. If you don't have a huge chunk of time to devote to physical activity all at once, look for ways to break up your activity to add up to the recommended guidelines. We will discuss in more details for exercise and physical activity at work later in this presentation. And lastly, lighten up. Most of us don't consider how sunlight affects our overall health. Increased sunlight during work will help increase alertness and can boost our mood. While you may not have the luxury of working outside on a sunny day, think of ways to brighten your workspace. So open the shades as much as possible or find ways to increase lighting in your workspace. Healthy cafeteria lunches. The cafeteria can be a healthy, convenient option for lunch. Look for grilled, broiled, steamed, cooking options at the entree section. Also, opt for tomato-based soups and pasta dishes over cream and broth-based soups. As far as the salad bar, be careful for adding calories and fat at the salad bar. Load on the fibrous vegetables and consume 2 to 3 servings of fruit. A healthier choice is to use sunflower seeds or nuts instead of croutons for a crunch. Also, opt for fat-free dressings over regular dressings and low-fat cheese. Be smart at the dessert station by opting for non-fat frozen yogurt, low-fat fruit yogurt, or fresh cut fruit with light whipped cream for desserts. And you want to choose low-calorie and low-sugar beverages at the drink station like unsweetened teas and lemonade, low-fat milk, low-calorie flavored water, or just plain water, which is best. Healthy lunches to go. When choosing to go out to lunch or having lunch delivered, always think of ways to personalize the meals and make them healthier. For Asian foods, request brown rice if available. Order steamed rice over fried rice. Pass on the egg roll or choose the steamed dumplings instead. Pass on the fried noodle dishes and order vegetables with meat dishes and rice, and have sauces on the side. As far as the pizzas, add vegetables to the pizza. Order thin crust over deep dish pizzas to save on the extra calories. And choose lean meats like the Canadian bacon or chicken over regular bacon, Italian sausage, and pepperoni meats, which tends to be higher in calories. And as far as fast foods, choose grilled over fried chicken sandwiches or burgers. Opt for a side salad or fruit instead of fries. And unsweetened teas, 100% juices, and you can dilute the juices as mentioned earlier, or even go for the low-fat milk over the sodas. Healthy bagged lunches. So what can you do to help make meals at work healthier? Think balance and variety when planning your lunch. You want to include whole grains like, as mentioned earlier, whole wheat bread, pastas, brown rice, and whole wheat tortillas. Lean meats like chicken or turkey breast, or lean deli meats. Also convenient fruits like apples, oranges, bananas, steamed vegetables, or salads. And low-fat dairy products like skim string cheese, low-fat cottage cheese, deli cheeses, and yogurt. The most economical and easiest way to create healthy lunches is to bring it yourself. Pack a lunch. Take time to pack a lunch. Dress up leftovers by adding fresh steamed vegetables to last night's pasta dish, or add fresh tossed salad to last night's roast chicken, or make the savory tuna salad sandwich from leftover fish. These are just some ideas that you can use from leftover dishes the night before. So let's talk about lunches at 500 calories or less. So here are some examples of different lunches that you can bring, and you can even switch some of these out. So for Monday, we see you can choose the whole wheat bread with turkey deli meat, fat-free Swiss cheese, lettuce, and sun-dried tomato spread with 1 cup of low-sodium vegetable soup. This is 500 calories or less. For Tuesday, we have 2 cups of tossed salads, 1 egg chopped, 1/2 cup diced ham, 2 tablespoons of fat-free Italian dressing or a dressing of your choice, 1 ounce of bag-baked whole wheat pita chips, 4 ounces fruit cups and light syrup. For Wednesday, you can opt for whole wheat tortilla, chicken breast, deli meat, hummus with lettuce and tomatoes, 1/2 cup steamed soybeans, and 1 sliced apple. On Thursday, we have an example of a meal here, 500 calories or less with 1 whole wheat pita, 3-ounce grilled chicken, 2 tablespoons fat-free ranch sprouts and cherry tomatoes, 8 baby carrots or another veggie of your choice, 4 ounces of cottage cheese with mandarin oranges. And then for Friday, we have a cup of turkey chili, 1 cup tossed salad with 1 tablespoon of fat-free Italian dressing or another fat-free dressing of your choice, 15 thin whole wheat crackers like the Triscuits. Remember to choose non-calorie beverages to keep the calories under 500. Five rules for healthy snacking. Snacking is a great method to prevent overeating at meal times. However, it is important to incorporate healthy snacking to your daily regimen. Before you start snacking, ask yourself, am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I trying to avoid work, or am I bored? If you need to take a break, don't use food. Go for a walk. Call a friend for a quick chat. Read, listen to music, or take a water break. If you need a snack, avoid mindless snacking and stop working while you snack so you can enjoy it. And also be moderate. A snack should be something satisfying enough to hold you over until your next meal, but not fill you up. Portion out the amount you would eat rather than eating from the container. This will prevent you from overeating. Remember to keep healthy snack foods around to prevent adding empty calories during the day. Keep snacks to about 1 to 200 calories. Some examples of 1 to 200 calorie snacks are 1 small container of low-fat fruit yogurt, about a half a cup of nuts, a half a cup of dried fruits, vegetable sticks with 1 tablespoon of hummus or peanut butter. Many of us use the vending machines as a source of quick and convenient snacks. Be vending machine smart. Look for smart vending choices that are lower in calories, fat, sugar, or sodium. This table shows some healthier options that you can find in the vending machines on the right, and on the left shows the unhealthy food, and on the right is the healthier options. So instead of regular chips, look for multigrain or baked chips, pretzels, nuts, seeds, and low-fat popcorn. Choose dried fruits and trail mix in place of candy and candy bars. This can make a tremendous difference on your calorie intake as well as the type of calories that you're putting in your body, whether they're healthy or unhealthy calories. Also, rather than having snack cakes, have a fig Newton, granola, or cereal bars as a sweet treat alternate. Have animal crackers instead of cookies. Choose lower calories, lower sugar beverages like water, unsweetened tea, low-fat milk, and 100% fruit juice over sodas and other sweetened beverages. There are ways to prevent work meetings from ruining your choice of eating healthy. Now, here are some tips to help you get through the meeting and avoid poor food choices. Eat before the meeting. This could be a great time to eat a healthy snack if the meeting is being held between your meals. This will keep you from going to the meeting hungry and overeating once you get there. Also, bring your own meeting-friendly food, especially if it's mealtime. This would allow you to have some control over what you eat at the meeting and prevent you from relying on the food served at the meeting as a meal choice. Cut the food into smaller pieces to control the portions that are served. This way you can sample the food rather than having it all. Make sure to eat slowly and allow yourself time to feel full before going back for more. If possible, request to have low-calorie options served at the meeting. Ask to have whole wheat bagels Cut fresh fruit, salads, cut vegetables, sauces on the side, and unsweetened beverages. This can make a world of a difference. Now that we've talked about eating better, let's talk about moving. We discussed earlier the general recommendations for physical activity is 150 minutes weekly of moderate activity or 75 minutes weekly of high intensity activity for health benefits. If you're unable to devote a chunk of time to physical activity, look at ways to break it up, as I mentioned earlier in this presentation. Intervals of physical activity can have the same health benefits as whole workouts. Some examples of ways to get more activity in are walking from the parking lot to work instead of taking the shuttle, taking the stairs instead of using the elevator, or walking over to your coworker's cubicle to send a message rather than emailing. And here are some other ideas to get more active while at work. You can do desk stretching exercises to break up the day and increase alertness. You can easily take a stretch break right at your desk. Some examples would be head tilts, shoulder rolls, or shrugs are great starters. Be sure to hold each stretch for a minimum of 30 seconds if possible. Also, another great idea is starting a walking club with a group of coworkers or start a 10,000 step challenge. Setting a target of walking 10,000 steps a day can be a fun way of increasing the amount of physical activity you do, as well as keep you motivated. Walking can help build your stamina, burn excess calories, and give you a healthier heart. You can use a Fitbit, Jawbone, or other pedometers, and even your phone to track your steps. Also, keep in mind that friendly competition can help you remain focused on your goals and encourage coworkers to increase their activity as well. You can also get some muscle building exercises in at your desk. Desk push-ups would be a good example, wall push-ups. You can also do chair dips and chair squats are some great exercises to perform at your desk. Try to attempt 10 to 15 reps for each exercise 3 to 4 times daily if time allows. So, summarizing some of the main points that we discussed during this presentation is to remember to avoid eating at your desk to prevent overeating and for food safety purposes and increasing productivity at work. We talked about ways to be healthy at work through healthier eating choices, staying hydrated, getting adequate sleep, increasing light in your work area, and being more active. We went through healthy lunch ideas for packed lunches, eating out, and eating in the cafeteria. We also talked about how to make smarter options at the vending machine and how to have healthier meetings. And lastly, we gave you some ideas for increasing physical activity at work through stretching, walking, and using the stairs. Thank you so much for attending this webinar, and I hope you will find this information helpful and useful. If you have any questions or concerns about what was discussed today, please feel free to contact your health coach at Orthus Health. Again, thank you and make your day a great one.